Welcome back to another edition of the Justin Time Podcast. You're with your host, Justin and Will. How's
The
it going, buddy?
guest, I'm doing fine, brother. I'm doing fine. Great to see your face as always.
Yep. How's it? How you ready for your vacation?
Cannot wait. Count it less than a week, brother. We'll miss you, but hey, I need a break from the job. You
Yeah,
know how
from
that goes.
everything.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah.
fun, man.
Where y'all going?
We're going to Williamstown, Kentucky. We're going to see the Ark,
Nice.
the iconic Noah's Ark. The
Yeah.
Ark Encounter is what they call it. They also have the Creation Museum, so we're trying to do that as well. I think so. Really, it's the actual measurements of the ark. So it's like a big this life size like this. I had a couple coworkers they've been before. One of them, she actually went when it first opened 10 years ago because they're celebrating the
Really?
10-year anniversary this year. So she said it's just like it's you can't even comprehend how amazing that experience is. So we're all looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to add that to my list.
Well, you should, brother.
Yeah.
You should. I can't wait, brother.
Yep. So we're back.
And
Might have been the stupidest thing I've ever seen a Texas player say, especially
I
when
mean,
they got. Didn't they have a losing season to follow that up?
I remember, like we were just talking about this other day, yesterday or the other day. Like it was, I forgot. Jesus, I forgot. I keep forgetting his name. I know what I see him, but like he was doing the Texas games, like they during the Charlie Strong era, and like they had one in like a late game. He's like, "This is his back, folks."
Yeah.
And then,
Who was it? Oh,
yeah, I just pulled it up. Joe
we're back. Texas
Tessitore.
meeting.
Yeah, that was
Sam
they
Ellinger said it.
yeah they because Texas is back, folks. There's also it was the famous college football catchphrase from Joe Tessitore during Texas' thrilling win over Notre Dame on September 4, 2016. I thought it was earlier than that, but either way,
Yeah. But 2019 is when he said it. So they didn't have a losing season right after it.
man, you gotta watch
After
what you
they
say, brother.
beat Georgia 28-21. But
Gotta watch what
they
you
did
say.
follow that up by getting beat by LSU at home when they did that embarrassing hold the Joe Burrow's jersey over that cannon and shoot it through.
I remember like that's one of my favorite memories from this series. We don't play them often. Obviously, we were out of conference with them for many years, and of course they in the
Yeah.
opposite before they disband divisions. But remember like it was a close game against Texans in 19 was the last time we played
Yeah.
them, and we had that big conversion. It was third down, and we had that long touchdown, and like Matthew McConaughey was stunned. I was like, man,
Yeah.
what a time!
What a
What
time to
a
be
time!
alive.
Yes.
Now I will say this, I am a little petty. They stuck our band all the way in the nosebleed. So when they
Mm.
come to Death Valley, if we don't stick their band in the nosebleed, I think it's a crime.
They, days were numbered.
Yeah. Now you're
And I'm
forced to play us in a home and home eventually. You were
I want
scared to come to Death Valley back in 21 when they put the season back together. Now you have to come. But with everything going on, with SEC games and everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow. I will say this, they are bold enough not to play a rental win at the end of the season.
You saw the schedule was.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it myself. I was looking at it before we got on just to see. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. They got some tricky tests, man.
Yeah, but it's very interesting. And he's you know, I think in media days when Sarkisian said he was for the 2014 playoffs.
Listen, I'm for it too. I'm all for it. Expand. Listen, college football needs to leave stuff on the field. All
Yeah.
this subjectivity, all this politics. I mean, it's nauseating, man. It's time out for all that like the tiptoeing.
Oh yeah. And I think we talked about it in a past episode. It was with Mississippi State. We talked about it.
Hmm.
Ironic, but you know, we talked about it. How getting rid of all the bowl games and the conference championship games. and just expand the playoff to 32 teams.
Yeah, just like I know you had your own variation, but we both really
Yeah,
set on 32. But just like, listen,
and
not to get off. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah,
I'll
and
get a tangent.
like I do agree we rank the top 25 for a reason. But if you do 24 teams, you're gonna run into the controversy. Well, I was ranked 25.
Yes, yeah,
Then if you do 32, you get rid of all the teams that never have a chance that win their conference championships that are pretty decent. I still think you do if you do expand it to 32, you shorten the season a little bit with 32 instead of 12 games if you're going to do conference championships,
mm.
unless you take the overall conference champion,
Yeah. For me, like I look at, I'm not opposed to them just starting. You know how they do the week zero games at the neutral
Yeah,
sites and whatnot. I would just say, listen, just start the season earlier. Keep the 12 game slate. Just start it earlier, and that
yeah,
way, I would say I know with like the Rose Bowl, they have like the tradition. Oh, it has to be on New
yeah.
Year's Day. I said, listen, I'm all for tradition, but sometimes it needs to be shaken up. If any game's supposed to be on New Year's Day, it should be the national championship game. That's
Well,
me.
look, if you're gonna go all the way to the end of January,
Hmm.
I'm play the Rose Bowl on New Year's Day if you want. Play the Sugar Bowl and everything on New Year's Day. Make it part of the playoffs though, you
Yeah,
know, where that team, whoever's in that bracket on that side of the bracket, goes to the Rose Bowl for this. I'm
yeah.
all for that game being a semifinal game.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, just like all the iconic the New Year's Six, like you had said the last week, just all the
Yeah,
iconic legendary bowls. Keep those in like the no sooner than the quarterfinal because I like to rotate them year after
yeah,
year because the national championship game has its own game. So like
yeah,
you rotate all the major six bowls and rotate them 1 year, a couple years stretch it could be quarterfinals, another couple years stretch it could be the semifinals. So you just rotate them on a yearly basis, however you want to
yeah,
do it. Just keep like so you maintain the tradition, but you raise like the urgency of the game while
yeah, and
maintaining like just the famous lore of it.
yeah, and look, college football is one of those sports where they're evolving. They're adapting to what fans
Mhm.
want, but they're adapting and conforming in a way that isn't like necessarily what fans want to see. It's a better look than you just putting teams in a computer and matching them up for a national championship. But and with the playoffs, it gives you at least four teams at the beginning had a chance. Now we at 12. I think the way they're going to do it is they're going to go 16 will be the next bump.
Mhm.
Then after 2 seasons of that, then they'll do 24, and then eventually I think we'll get to 32.
Gotcha.
But, that's just the way the NCAA does things. Instead of just setting up a plan and doing it, they wanna test to see if their theories work out,
Yeah.
you know? But, let's get back into it, and, now we're back to the scheduling, And I think it's very bold of Texas to play 9 SEC games in a row.
Hey, look, you want the big dog, you got the big dog.
Yeah, but, I'm for it. They start off on the 5th at 2:30 with Texas State. Oh, they're not shying away either. They got Ohio State the next week at 6:30.
They're finishing the home and home. Like tickets
Yeah,
are as low as $501,
yeah.
which is
That's
not
gonna be
shocking.
no, that's
But
not shocking at all. What's shocking to me is if you look at it, you can tell by these prices that who's the rival and who's not.
I was just thinking that Oklahoma, that's the legendary neutral site rivalry, lowest $508, historic rivalry, and of course A&M, like you said, 529 at the end of the year,
Yeah,
historic rivalry. Yeah, doesn't shock me.
yeah. So they start off with Texas State, and I'm gonna give them a win.
Yeah, I'm pretty comfortable with that. 2:30 on ESPN too. I know it's Texas, but
Yeah,
ESPN.
and I will go ahead and give them a win in week 2.
Yeah, I think they get the revenge. Like I was kind of back and forth with it. Like before,
Yeah,
I said I'm gonna go. So we got 2-0 so far. These will be a close one though.
3-0.
3-0. Yep. UTSA at
Yeah,
7 on SEC Network Plus. So yeah, it's a hideaway game.
yep. Then I think this one's a trap.
Man, let me tell you, the
You
11
go
o'clock.
You go Cupcake, Ohio State, Cupcake, then Tennessee at 11 a.m.
Man, that was before the bye week too, because
Yeah,
they got Oklahoma after the bye week.
that might save them.
Ooh, man.
But
I was just looking at the days.
I'm thinking they might overlook Tennessee to get to that rivalry. So I'm teetering.
Ooh, man, like that's bro. It's that travel at 11 a.m. There's an early kick. Man, that's tough.
You know what? I'll go ahead and give them a win there.
Yeah.
And it's been an emotional couple of weeks for Texas at that point. I think I'm going to give them their first loss
At Tennessee,
at Oklahoma
at Oklahoma. Okay, so yeah, so
versus
I'm with you
Oklahoma.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're both at 4-1,
Yeah. Then I'll give them a win at Florida,
5-1,
win at Ole Miss versus Ole
same
Miss.
same 6-1.
They'll be 8-1 going into LSU.
Yeah, same.
Now, this one is very interesting because we come in with a new coach, but a
Yeah.
strong defense back,
Yes.
and without Brian Kelly making terrible adjustments at halftime in a competent offense, I think it'll be a close one and you can flip a coin at the end. We'll just put that one as a to be determined,
All right.
what you got.
Also at LSU, I may have that as a. I might give us the win there.
I like it.
I might give us the win.
Well, I'll give the Tigers the win too.
Only because it's at home. Because the other way,
Yeah,
it's no late mid-November game at home, and that's gonna be a nighttime game. I just,
yeah,
especially with that stakes, it's hard to believe it's gonna be early in the day. So I'm gonna
yeah.
say, what is that, 8-2? Yeah,
8-2, 9-2,
nine
and
and
then
two.
10-2.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that works for me. 10-2, going to
yeah.
a
This
playoff.
and like in SB Nation, Burnt Orange Nation, so which is their their one of their blog websites. They were picked by the media to finish second, like you had touched on earlier. Places,
Yeah.
and they, according to their projections for the All SEC team, 11 players make the All Conference team.
Yeah. And
So I'm like,
I wouldn't be surprised if they end up with a Heisman finalist as well.
yeah, yeah. I feel like it's another year for Arch. But this is a quarterback's award, so
Yeah.
just be honest with it. Even though they have a great running back history, but it's a
Yeah.
quarterback's award. Just for like the sake of discussion, they picked second behind Georgia, and these predictions have LSU finishing fifth in the conference.
Yeah. Which
So,
honestly, I'm not surprised.
mm-mm,
You got a new coach, or, he's not like an unproven SEC guy at
right,
LSU. He's
yeah,
done it at Ole Miss. He's got a strong, you know, it all depends on what we brought in,
mm-hmm.
you know. So we'll see. But I think Texas is going to be a good one. I'm excited for them to come to LSU to play.
Me too.
It's always a good time.
Last time we played them was, of course, the Natty year 2019, that great shootout game. Full list page, yeah. So before that, it was the previous two time before 19 was we both played them in the Cotton Bowl. So they beat us. It was the 2002 season, so which is New Year's Day of '03. They beat us 35-20 in the Cotton Bowl, but we beat them in the Cotton Bowl in Dallas on New Year's Day of 1963. So we've only played. This will be only the fourth time since the mid '60s
Yeah.
since we played them. They have Texas to lead the all-time series 9-8-1. So it's very closely contested, but obviously, different conferences, with college, it's
Yeah.
rare that you get these type of games. Only reason we're playing them now is because we're in conference, so it's going to be interesting.
It'll be very interesting. I'm ready for it, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great fan base. They have a lot of money. They're very committed to getting their teams championships.
Yeah.
We always talk so much about like the Texans, the oil money, and all that stuff. The
Yeah.
Texans, the
They are very
Wildcats, and so.
committed to, I think they're very committed to getting their team to the game, not necessarily pushing them over the edge.
Yeah, yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. That's the
But
thing about like other people say about Steve Sarkisian. I think he's done an incredible job of rehabilitating his career for one, but just really
yeah.
have Texas peaking at the right time when they were entering the conference. I
Definitely.
commend him for that. He had him peaking at the right time.
Yeah, because last season we had them for dead after they lost to Ohio State.
Yeah,
Then, when they lost to Georgia a couple years back,
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
their fans decided to trash their field.
So the coach had to get on the fans. I said, listen, just chill out with that, please.
There's no reason for that. None at all. And you got a good team. You're not spoiled like some people we know that wear crimson.
But I'm not saying no names.
Not saying any names, but they have an elephant and their colors are crimson. But
Take that for what you will.
yeah, but I think their season will be great. If you're justifying it by a championship, that's yet to be seen. Like we always say, it's the summer. It's too early for all of this. Most of
Yeah.
y'all aren't even in fall camp yet. They'll be coming to fall camp in the next week or two.
Yeah, it's still like, we're inching closer and closer. We still got like a month away
Yeah,
from the start. So I mean it's like I always say about, off seasons, just stay healthy, man. Like we've
yeah,
already lost two guys. These that have like
yeah.
major injuries at least, but just
That's one
it's
thing I
just a
don't like
grind.
about the spring football.
Yeah.
It's such a rush, especially when you got a new coach and stuff.
Yes, yes, man.
Yeah. So we'll definitely have to look into that, And injuries play a big part too. If one piece goes down,
No doubt.
yeah. But it'll be a, long season depending on how everything goes for Texas.
Yeah, like and those yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think that first month will fly by, and then once they get to October, it'll start to crawl.
And the thing is, it's like they have a lot of pressure and expectations on them. I know it's a huge brand, so I mean you're gonna have
Yeah,
attention regardless. But just a lot of people on definitely on Arch, just so a lot of people think he's overrated, stuff like that. Just of that nature, obviously. Steve, people are not huge believers of Steve Sarkisian because he hasn't won the
yeah.
big games, but they have a
I
lot
mean, if
on
you
them.
as far as Sarkisian goes, if you look at it, he's handled the pressure. He's got them to
I agree.
compete. It all
Yes,
comes down to if I think this season comes down to if Arch can handle the pressure.
yes,
Because I think last year there was a lot of pressure and a lot of hype on him, and then he kind of crumbled.
yeah. You can see, and like we because he had those struggles early, but to his credit, I mean, he was able to restore that. Just like be steady down the stretch. But yeah, man, they gonna have to do it this year for their
Yeah,
sake, for their sake. They gonna
yeah.
have to do it this year.
I don't know if I would say Stark's on the hot seat just because, but it is Texas, and they
Yeah.
are one of those big schools that pump a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah. It's,
But
it's
I
all
don't.
about it's all about the context with that type of discussion.
Yeah, normally look, LSU's case with Brian Kelly last year, where he was winning, he had a couple of winning seasons.
Hmm.
That was totally different because he had lost the team.
Yeah.
He lost the team and he lost the fan base. That last game for him at that A&M game last year,
Yeah.
I was there. It was the national championship celebration for our baseball team.
Hmm.
That's the
I
first
remember you
time
told me the
I've
story.
ever seen the walk down Victory Hill. Everybody stayed there was a huge crowd. Everybody stayed for the baseball team to come down.
Hmm.
Everybody immediately went into PMAC. When the football team came down, it was nobody there. Brian Kelly had lost the fan base and he lost the team, and that's what got him. I think if you have a 10-win season and you don't lose the team,
Yeah.
you got a team that wants to play for you, I think you're good.
I agree. Yeah, just like but like you said, it started off really well. Just I always look at like the 22 teams about the greatest coaching job because like with the context of you saying just like you lose a team, got to rebuild. It's just the program was a mess for a couple of years. So just
Yeah.
the fact that they got to Atlanta that first year, I
Mhm.
thought it was an incredible job by him largely. But just obviously, what I always go back to, you wasted two elite units in like a matter of 3 seasons.
Yeah.
And like it's just hard to really maintain that job because your other unit doesn't
Yeah.
have to do much.
Yeah, and if you
So
look at Edo before he fell apart, one of his strong suits that he always said, and he said it in his book, was the thing he learned from his previous jobs as head coaches
Mhm.
was that he didn't know everything. So he brought in guys who knew more about certain positions and certain groups, like offensive
Yeah.
coordinator, than he did, and he kind of just let them sit back, and he was just the overseer.
Yeah.
See, what didn't help Brian Kelly at LSU is he consistently hired the wrong people. You
Like,
know,
you saw it on the results. Yeah.
yeah. So, but this is an episode about Texas.
But we set that up because, like, listen, you got 2 historic brands that put a lot of priority in the sport of football. They've had a lot of success in the sport of football. It's not like I always say, it's not like, Villanova or Kansas that
Yeah,
doesn't prioritize football historically.
exactly.
So it's just like
Yeah.
it's a different standard, especially taking with the money they have in that state. Like, man,
Mm-hmm.
like, just you gotta
You
make it
got to,
happen.
yeah, you got to make it happen. And I think out of all the Texas teams, I think the Longhorns have a shot to make it happen. You know,
Yeah,
they'll be annoying, but I do like them better than that Colt in College Station.
many people with you on that.
Yeah. But
Man, I'm
that'll do it
bad.
from us. Got anything you want to close out with?
Like say, would you say horns down, brother? Horns down.
Horns down.
No, that's it, brother.
All right.